Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be learning how to create a table of contents using Microsoft Word. Remember, a table of contents is just, maybe I can describe it as a brief overview of what maybe a book or a publication entails. It can show you what is happening at the different chapters and the different sections of the book or the publication. So without any other delay, let's get started. So I had my document prepared that we're going to use to learn today. It's right here. So I had my Microsoft Word document that I'm going to use to demonstrate how to create a table of content already prepared before, and this is it. This is what we're going to use to create a table of content. So first, I'm going to do a little formatting on the different sections of this publication so that we can easily create a table of content. So I want the dedication. Usually the dedication of a book is on its own page. So I'm going to insert what we call a page break. So what do I do? Insert the page break. I go to insert, then page break. After putting the cursor just after the word dedication, then I click page break, and it will give me a new page for dedication. I come also the acknowledgements usually on their own page. I click acknowledgement, introduce a page break. To introducing a page break, I'm going to do the same for references. I'm going to do the same for references. I put the cursor at the end of the word, and I insert page break. Then same for introduction. Introduction, we can stop there. Introduction, that would be the content of the introduction. So introduction will also have its own page. I can insert a page break at the end of the introduction. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 will have its own page. It's already here. Chapter 2 already has its own page. So what we're going to do now is edit the headings. First of all, I'm going to set the layout. We're going to set the layouts and the format, the styling of the headings and everything before we can be able to create our table of content. So we start with dedication. Dedication, if we go to home, dedication is heading 1. So I select heading 1. It was already set to heading 1. That's our dedication. And I scroll down to our next section of the publication, was acknowledgements. Acknowledgements is also supposed to be head 1, not normal. So I set it to heading 1. Do the same for references. Set it to heading 1. Introduction, I also set it to heading 1. Chapter 1, since it has no dots, we also set it to heading 1. Chapter 2, did we have chapter 2? No, all these were sub-chapters of chapter 1. So let's go back and now start editing the sub-chapters. So this is what we're going to follow, the format before as we are editing the sub-chapters. Where we see one dot, that will stand for heading 2. Since the one with no dot was heading 1, the one with one dot will be heading 2. Set this to heading 2. We do the same. This one has 2 dots, that goes for heading 3. Set it as heading 3. So you just follow that principle. 2 dots heading 3, 1 dot heading 2, no dot heading 1. So this is heading 3. This is heading 2. Remember we said if it's 1 dot, heading 2. there are 2 dots. This calls for a heading 3. Micronutrients has 2 dots, so it's heading 3. And this, can set this to heading, has 1 dot, so it's heading 2. Try to be fast. This is going to be heading 3. Since now you already know what criteria we're using, this is heading 3 as well. Another chapter, can insert a page break here. Insert page break. So you know, Control Z. We shall insert the page break at the end of this page. Page break, so that our next chapter starts on a new page. It's a new chapter. That means it will call for heading 1. This will be heading 2. Heading 2. And this will be our heading 3. And then this will be heading 3 as well. And this will be heading 2. Heading 3. Then our last 2 here, this is going to be a heading 3, then this will be heading 2. So will be heading 2. I think that's it. Right now they still have a few left. That's this will be heading 3. Heading 2, heading 3, yeah, heading 3, and so all this, heading 3. I think that's all now. So now what we're going to do, we're going to start our process of creating a table of content. So our table of content, I don't know if you have read books. Most of you who are readers, you realize it's usually before the introduction of the book, after the foreword, the preface, everything. Like now in our case, that will be after the references. That's because it's before them. So I want to create a new page after this. So what I'm going to do, insert a page break. Right, page break, and created for me a new page over here. So this is what I'm going to use to create my table of content. On this page is where my table of content is going to be displayed. So how do I start creating my table of content? I'm going to go to references, and I go to table of contents. Then the option will be, out of these options, I'm going to select the option of, you can either, usually you don't, instead of choosing, you don't choose the manual because it requires you to type everything. Since we already have our thing set, we're going to select either one of these two. So I'm going to select this one, automatic table, and it will automatically fill out my table of contents on this page. As you can see, my table of content has been well created here. It has my dedication, has my acknowledgement, has my references, introduction, and everything. Well, video. I hope it was very resourceful. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.